Hi guys, welcome back to the Cranberry Cornstalk YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, and of course I release my videos Tuesdays and Fridays. But today I'm going to show you some of the dolls that I made over the weekend. Dolls and haunted houses. Let's see, scarecrows, pumpkins, haunted houses, and a hat box. I worked on them and I wanted to show you how I made them, so that's what today's video is going to be about. If you haven't done so yet, please click subscribe, like my channel, make sure you share it. I really appreciate all your support. And don't forget, the 19th, September 19th is open house, and some of these projects will be sold there if I do not sell them beforehand, but they might be at the show. So make sure you check me out September 19th, a Facebook Live at 7 o'clock p.m. on the 19th for all of you who cannot come out to the show. And let's watch the video. Okay, so here's a picture of all the projects I'm going to show you. The first thing is the haunted houses. I found some old folk art houses, mustard, burgundy, and green. You remember the colors from the early 90s. I decided to recycle them, paint over them black. You're going to need a lot of black paint, so make sure you put it on pretty thick. I think I ended up with 3 coats, making sure to get in all the little edges all covered. And that's the first step in these haunted boxes. The reason there's just so much footage here of the houses because I ended up finding 3 of them, 1 in each size, and I painted all 3 of them. So what, 3 different sizes of the haunted boxes or houses. The next thing I did was I took some gauze and I stained it. I tea stained it, coffee stained it, whatever you want to call it. Take your favorite stain. It usually comes in pretty white, so I stained it down to make a nice dark color. Tear it up a little bit, make it look ragged, and glue it onto the box wherever you think it looks nice. I tried to get it over this peak, and it turned out really cute, I think. Next thing I did was decided to have some of the old rickety looking trees with all the leaves that had fallen off to make it look kind of spooky. So I found some twigs and I painted them black and I glued them onto the boxes. And you can see here I made sure to have a sliver at the end so it laid really nice against the box. And in the end I'll show you some ways to cover that all up. I did it on the peak as well because I didn't think it would be very sturdy just to glue it onto the bottom. So glue the sticks on to make your haunted trees or your leafless trees. Again, I did paint mine black. You can't see very well in this video, but they're black, and just glue them onto, I did it on either side of the house. I just use regular moss here. You can get it from any craft store. I just used it to cover up the places where I had to glue onto the box. And it does look really perfect for the project that we worked on. I found some other kinds of moss, a different color green, which I thought went really cute with it. Here you can see it coming together nicely. I did add some green moss and brown moss, just wherever you think it would be appropriate. And here it is finished. And here it is on display. Now the next project I worked on, I found a hat box, same problem. It was from the early 90s, late 80s. It had the folk art colors, the red, burgundy, and the green. So I just went to it with my favorite orange paint. I mixed a couple together to find the shade that I wanted, painted the base, and then on the hat box lid, I painted it black. And then we have our Halloween colors, and here is how that turned out. I ended up decoupaging some clip art free off the internet to the front of the boxes. Now the next project I moved to was I found some candlesticks and I painted them all black for a base. I had to do several coats, probably I think I did 3, but make sure you let the paint dry between coats if you're doing like I did with regular acrylic paints. Normally I like to spray paint these, it seems to stick better, but I was just completely out of spray paint, and I always try to use what I have. I try not to spend any extra money because the craft projects can get really expensive. So just make sure you thoroughly dry them between each coat. The next thing I did was just make the heads. I just made 3 basic heads, different shapes and sizes, and I think I ended up with total 5. So 2 pieces together that are the same, turn them inside out, and then you're just going to have to stuff them with your favorite, polyfiber stuffing, whatever you have to put in there. If you even have old rags, something just to try not to spend any more money, but just stuff the dolls to make them as firm as you want or as loose as you want, because the next step is going to stiffen the fabric so it won't be so wobbly. But you're going to then, after you get them all stuffed, you're going to mix up your favorite paint color, whatever project you decide to turn it into. I used again another mix of the orange and brown to make a primitive looking pumpkin. I did some pumpkins and some scarecrows. So after I did the pumpkin color, I went ahead and mixed up some tea stain or coffee stain, whatever your preference, and painted them until they're saturated, let them dry, and then they get that nice hard crunchy shell. After they completely dry, you're just going to measure about 8 inches of jute string or your favorite string, whatever you want it to look like, and you're going to put some hot glue around your candlestick and tie your head onto your candlestick while the hot glue is still hot. Just tie it on there till it's nice and stiff, and you can build a face then for your project. Next thing you want to do is just dress your project. Like this one is a scarecrow, so I made some hats out of burlap. I just stitched them. It's cute to see all the stitches, and of course I used a big black thread so you can see it well too. Just dress your project up, put whatever eyes, nose, mouth you want on him, however you want him to look, and there you have yourself your scarecrow on a candlestick. And here is Seth. Meet Seth for the very first time. You can see I added a little bit of dried flowers and sunflower to the back to make his head a little bit more sturdy, and a tag as well. That is Seth the Scarecrow, and here are all of the projects I made. You can see the pumpkins in the picture not very well. They're sitting a little high. Here you can see them better. There's a pumpkin up on the top there by the hat boxes. This along with all of the haunted houses, and that's the projects I made. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for stopping back at the Cranberry Cordstock YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed those projects. If you made one of those, please show me pictures. Drop them down in the comment section down below. And if you have not done so yet, click subscribe. It is free. All that does is tell you when another video is posted. It doesn't cost you anything, and no one contacts you for any reason. Remember, September 19th is the open house and the Facebook Live at 7 o'clock in the evening. There will be showcased items there for you to bid on and place your ticket number. It will be shipped directly out to you. It's super easy, and I can't wait to see you there. I'll see you now on Friday. Have a great week, guys.